Good day and welcome to the dark side of the autistic community. I'm Thomas Henley and today we're going to be covering a story from 9News News. 9News Australia. Groundbreaking technology treating people living with autism. Very interesting title. I imagine that they've done some level of background research on language to use. I imagine that if we go back maybe 4 or 5 years ago, the title would be Groundbreaking Technology Treating Autism. It'd be interesting to see if it actually does have some scientific backing to autism and what it is, or whether it's just, as with most of these things, just general sort of health-related things or something that would improve someone's mental health.
Dozens of Queenslanders living with autism spectrum disorder are finding their voices thanks to groundbreaking technology treating the brain. The therapies were showcased in Brisbane this week at a summit attended by world-leading neurology experts.
Until Halo Lee was 3.5 years old, her family had no idea why they couldn't communicate with her.
We actually thought she was deaf, had her ears checked, had grommets installed.
A level 3 autism spectrum disorder diagnosis eventually.
So a level 3 autism diagnosis basically means that they have very, very high significant support needs and likely will experience some degree of intellectual disability alongside it. And a lot of these individuals will have some form of communicational difficulties. They may be non-verbal. So treating these specific people, I'm interested to see if this will be, the whole story will be around how it helped them communicate. Because we do know already that if someone's non-verbal when they're younger, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be non-verbal when they're older. So, I mean, this is just a case study. Maybe they have some statistics on it.
Providing answers, but at the same time, no hope certain skills would ever improve.
More or less said this is what our life was going to be like with Halo.
They're lost. They have no hope. They're in despair because they've been told there's nothing they can do for their child.
After intensive sessions using new digital therapies under the supervision of Brisbane's Dr. Genevieve Damaraj, Halo Lee is now one of 33.
I mean, just from a first glance, doesn't this... Let me switch over. Doesn't this look like red light therapy? Like the type of things that people would use to improve the quality of the collagen of their skin tightening, something of that nature. Yeah, I'm not too sure about this. Katya says, hello, Thomas, finally caught you live. Yes, we are going live a little bit earlier this time. Cami says, hi from San Diego. Hello. Lies all of England part of London if you... Wait, what are you saying? Lies all of England is part of London if you ask anyone not British. Yeah. England is just London, if you didn't know. Autistic Couple Joe says, started taking sertraline 50mg this week. Oh, well, I hope you're doing okay. I know that starting any kind of SSRI or medication generally can be quite difficult, so make sure you keep yourself safe. Take care of yourself, important. Oh, you like the black and white frame? But it's too distracting. Okay. Well, I can't fix it right now, but I'll have a look at it. Maybe I can turn the whites a little bit more grey to make it less distracting. I'm just trying to zhuzh up this stream a little bit,
3 patients turned verbal.
Would.
3 patients.
Very.
Stringing a sentence together within 7 days.
Her first words were that she wanted pizza. That she's being able to tell us her emotions, and tell us how she's feeling, what she likes, what she dislikes. I think we've unlocked breaking the silence.
The game-changing therapies front and...
I think that's quite interesting because from my experience working with, a very large range of autistic children, it's their outward sort of persona, the way that they present doesn't seem to be typical of ASD-free. I don't know if what you guys think. I'm not saying that I'm trying to disprove that. I just thought it was quite interesting. Wait, what does that person's t-shirt say? Tune out pain, tune into life. Life is pain, my friend. Did you not know?
Front and centre of a Breaking Barriers summit in Brisbane this week, attended by leading international health specialists, among them sensory video games and tools using lasers, LED lights and...
So far we know that they have... I think that they said that they had 3 people who did this and it helped them communicate. So an N of 3. It's not exactly like groundbreaking scientific data, but We should have a look. I mean, what kind of age did they start at? You know, maybe they started at the age that, I don't know what the age of, you know, some kids sort of becoming verbal after being non-verbal might be. But that may be a factor. You know, they're developing. There is a possibility of that. Doesn't look comfortable. Yes, it's distracting. Okay, I got you. I want pizza. First words, very relatable. Yeah. Straight to the important stuff, you know. I think my first words were Bob, which is the name of my big brother, my dog. Oh, I love Bobby dog. I miss him. Midnight coat, midnight eyes. He was a wonderful addition to the family. Lived till the age of 14. I do dearly miss him.
And vibrations.
Once we find the area of the brain that's weak, we stimulate these areas and basically build up these networks.
It's changed our lives. I wish everybody knew about it. Never give up. Seek answers, look for functional neurology, look for ways of stimulating the brain, because the brain can change.
Claire Todd-Hunter, 9.
I mean, okay, maybe they're stimulating the brainstem, but it just seems this is like they have this red laser that they're just. I mean, it's exactly what it looks like. They've got a vibrating red flashlight, which seems to be stimulating the brain for new connections. I mean, if you guys didn't know, I did do a video on it, but I've been starting this. I can't remember it. Transdermal electric stimulation, which has been actually like had studies on, which creates like a magnetic field using sort of an anode and a cathode, sort of creating like a magnetic field, and that's generally supposed to sort of depolarize then sort of hyperpolarize your neurons in your brain, and that's supposed to encourage new connections. I'm just struggling from my, you know, perhaps lay knowledge into this new technology that a vibrating red light would cause a similar sort of effect on the brain to creating quite, you know, albeit quite a weak sort of electrical field, but it's definitely considerable. I mean, it definitely feels, it's obvious it's quackery. Healing with good vibes, maybe. I'd get a headache from the red light. Really? I find that just white lights tend to give me that experience. I quite like red lights. Do journalists actually study anything? They learn a shred of science or history or philosophy? I'm not sure. We'll have a look at the comments after this. We'll have a look at the description, see if they've got any articles that they can actually pull up.
9 News.
Oh, okay, that's it. Let us have a look at the commentaries, the description, see if they've got a link to the no link to the study at all. Just appears comments are turned off. Wait, we need to learn more about this. I'm gonna have a little look. Sorry for booping. 9 News Australia. Let me have a look. Red lights, autism, Australia. God, my thing is so. We've got a paper here that we could have a little look at. Lights on for autism. Exploring photobiomodulation as an effective therapeutic option. So let's just have a look at the abstract. I don't want to go through an entire scientific paper. This has 3 citations, which generally, like, not the best. Autism is a neurodevelopmental condition. It starts continues into adulthood. Core characteristics: difficult social interaction and communication, together with restrictive and repetitive behaviors. The number of key abnormalities in the brain structure and function that trigger these behavioral patterns, including imbalance of functional connectivity and synaptic transmission, neuronal death, gliosis, and inflammation. Unfortunately, as it stands, there are few treatment options for patients. In this mini review, we consider the effectiveness of potential new treatment for autism, known as photobiomodulation. Therapeutic use of red to near infrared light on body tissues. This treatment has been shown in a range of pathological conditions to improve key changes that characterize autism, including functional connectivity and survival pattern of neurons. Right. I mean, like, I guess infrared radiation, like, can sort of have some degree of penetration, but like into the skin. But it seems like a very, let's have a look at the results. Conclusions. For people diagnosed with autism, there are a few. Recently, for example, in animal models of Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. Okay, a little bit different to like the overall like constructed development of human brain, having these very sort of specific diseases. Photobiomodulation is very safe. Little to no evidence of side effects or toxicity on the body cell. It's non-invasive. Okay. Appears to be an ideal treatment option. Preclinical studies could be designed on animal models to prove. Okay. So it seems to be very... I just really... I mean, it doesn't seem to be giving many conclusions as to why this is the case. Okay, it's a working hypothesis. So it appears to be... Okay, here we go. Effects of photobiomodulation has been reported to improve a range of behavioral measures, social awareness, communication, motivation, reduction in restrictive and repetitive behaviors. In addition, transcranial biomodulation treatment for autism over a 4-week period reduced irritability. Okay, well, we like irritability and anxiety reduction. I mean, obviously that's a great thing, but you're not really treating autism. I mean, I hope not. What does this one say? Wait, this is the same one. Okay. Oh, I understand. That's I remember from university. It's the bottom bit. What was it? 55. Yeah. I mean, it seems to be from what we've had a look at, very like introductory sort of science. I don't know whether this is something that we should take seriously or not. Maybe perhaps reporting on something which is a little bit more substantial than 3 people or 1 person on the effects of red light therapy on autism. Very weird thing to say. Like we're measuring the effects on autism. What do you mean? Anyway, hope you've enjoyed this. Like and subscribe, do all that stuff. Goodbye.